Hey everyone, this video is strictly for the Fantasy League people, so if you're not a part of the Fantasy League, you don't have to watch this video. Just know I will be running more Fantasy Leagues in the future, so keep an eye out for that. For those of you that are a part of the Fantasy League, before I show you the results after this week, I do want to just say that after thinking about it for a long time, and I don't like this decision, but I am going to go ahead and just say that no points will be awarded if your bot fights your own bot. I just feel like it's not fair either way, honestly. It's not fair to people like Gavin and Adam who had fights this week against themselves. It's not fair to them that, they're not getting a point. I understand that that's not fair because they didn't know they were going to fight their own team. But at the same time, I don't know if it's fair to just give away a point like that because they're guaranteed a point. If they fight themselves, they're guaranteed a point. Whereas you look at Sam actually had 2 fights in this episode, but his bots didn't fight each other. There were 2 of his bots were in this episode, but they just didn't fight each other, and he ended up losing both fights. So he wasn't awarded a point because he lost both fights. And so to give Gavin a point because both his bots fought themselves, it's just like, it's unfair to Sam because he's like, well, I had 2 bots in this episode too, but I didn't get a point, but Gavin, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to figure out what to do here. So to try and keep it, I guess, somewhat fair, even though it's still not fair, I'm just going to go with my original idea for this season and just not award a point when your bot fights your own bot. But next season, that will probably change. I'm actually considering maybe doing half a point when that happens. Or hopefully we can figure out a way to make it so that doesn't happen. Maybe the schedule will come out before the selection show and we can just avoid that altogether. That would be fantastic. But yeah, that's for this season, no point. Next season, it'll either be a point or we're just going to avoid that ever being a possibility. So, thank you for all the, comments and everything. Thanks to Jason for bringing that up. But yeah, I'm just going to stick with what we're doing right now because I just feel like it's unfair in both ways. So I really don't know what to do. And I'm just going to say no point for now. So I'm sorry if you don't like that. Next season, it will be different. And hopefully we'll have a schedule before the selection show so that that doesn't happen. That would be fantastic. Anyway, all right. I'll be quiet about that. Here's the results after this week or last week's episode. So Christian, Alex, and Randy are all in first place. They've fought 7 times but won 5 of those. So they all have 5 points and they all have the same win percentage at 71%. Second place is Ethan with 4 points for winning 4 out of 6 fights. And I forgot to put his percentage on here, but 66%. In third place, we have a 3-way tie between Sam, Maya, and Jason, who all have 3 points for winning 3 of 6 fights, and they're all at 50% win percentage. Fourth place is Adam with 2 points, 2 out of 4 at 50%. And then Gina and Derry, 2 points, 2 out of 5 fights, and 40%. And Gavin is still in last place with only 1 point. Like I said, I'm sorry I can't award a point for if your bot fights its own bot. I've really thought a lot about this, guys, and I see how it's unfair in both ways, and so that's why I'm just gonna say no point for this season because that was my original thought, and we'll change it next season. Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of the Fantasy League. I'll see you guys in the next one.